I've been through adversity, and it brings people closer. On the other hand, I've always supported you, always wanted you to win every step of the way. I wanted you to win this game. I thought I made that clear. You made it clear to me. It was weird, man. It was hard to navigate because I have people on the Eagles that I love, and I also have you. I tried to make it known that I was rooting for you, but no matter what I said, some people skewed it as me supporting the Eagles, while others saw it as me rooting for the Chiefs, or just for you. That's the world we live in. Everyone wants to call people out, but I know I've always had your support. I joked about you cheering for the Eagles, but listen, you and Kylie have built something incredible in Philly. The community loves you both, not just because of football, but because of everything you do, the foundation work, the time and effort you've given to the organization. You don't owe anyone an explanation. The people who matter know who you are and what you stand for. Yes, we're still connected to the Eagles, and part of me is proud of them for winning, but that doesn't make me any less of a brother, and it doesn't change the fact that I was rooting for you. That's why this game was so tough. As much as I love the Eagles and the city of Philadelphia, there was never a doubt in my mind. I wanted you to win. I tried to explain that I had mixed emotions, that I would be happy and sad no matter what, but some people just didn't get it. And honestly, I don't even want to keep justifying it. You don't owe anyone an explanation, Jason. Everyone who knows you understands your intentions. Anyone saying otherwise is just trying to stir things up. Watching that game was one of the weirdest experiences ever. Usually, when you don't care about the outcome, it's because you aren't emotionally invested. But this time, I was completely torn. I remember jumping up over the A.J. Brown penalty, then jumping up again when Nick Bolton hit Dallas Goedert. I kept reacting to both sides, and it just wasn't fun. The deeper into the game we got, the more upset and frustrated I felt. Being in that box, surrounded by family and friends, just made it harder. Everyone was feeling for you and your team. I didn't expect the game to feel that way. I thought I'd be able to sit back and appreciate both sides, but it didn't work out like that. And maybe if it had been a closer game, it would have been different. The lopsided nature of it just made it worse. At the end of the day, no one else can truly understand what it's like to be in this situation. But that was my whole point. I wasn't trying to choose sides. I can still be happy for one team and sad for the other. That's just how it is. And yeah, it's just football. I say that now because we lost, but I know how much it means to me. It still hurts. Just like losing to Tampa did. I think about that game way too often, but I also know that my life is still amazing. I come home to an incredible family and friends who love me no matter what. That's what gets me through tough moments like this. I can still find joy, even after a loss like this. For now, I'm compartmentalizing. I'll deal with it later. But I'm not going to act like the world is ending because of this. And as for next season, I know people are wondering if I'll be playing, but right now, I'm just kicking that decision down the road. Right now, I'm not making any major decisions. I'm just taking things one step at a time. The biggest thing for me at the moment is being there for my teammates and my coaches, understanding the amount of effort that goes into this game. Over the past 5 or 6 years, I've played more football than anyone else. That's because of the people in that building and the fact that we keep making it to AFC championships and Super Bowls. It means I've played an extra 3 games per season compared to most players in the league. That's a lot of wear and tear on my body. A lot of time spent in the facility, focusing on my craft and the challenges ahead. That process can be grueling. It can make you better, but it can also drive you crazy. This year, it felt like it was wearing on me. I think that happens as you approach the later stages of your career. As SVP would say, I'm on the back 9 now. When you don't feel like you're performing at the same level you once did, it's a tough pill to swallow. And on top of that, not being able to contribute in the biggest moments, knowing your team is counting on you, that's an extremely difficult reality to face. I need to take some time to figure things out. If I do decide to come back, I owe it to my teammates to be fully committed. I can't half-ass it. I need to be all in. Physically, I believe I can still play. But the question is whether I'm motivated enough, and if it's the best decision for me as a person. A painful loss and uncertain future. The Kansas City Chiefs' hopes of a historic three-peat were emphatically denied by a dominant Philadelphia Eagles team, who outplayed them in all 3 phases of the game, securing a resounding 40-22 victory. Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce addressed the heartbreaking loss on the latest episode of his award-winning New Heights podcast with his brother Jason, set to release on Wednesday. Reflecting on the painful defeat, Kelce admitted that his team simply wasn't good enough to get the job done. He also expressed frustration over his own performance, acknowledging that he could have done more. "It just wasn't our day," he told Jason. "We couldn't find a lick of momentum. I'm kicking myself for some of the small decisions I made on the field. I wasn't the best leader I could be in keeping my guys cool, calm, and collected.